Sunday, Sunday. Oh, lovely. There we go. So today, about condos and apartments, and I explained the other day that a condo was something you bought and an apartment was something you leased or you rented, and the apartments don't pick up all the condo fees, all the management fees, but it doesn't have all the amenities like the swimming pool and stuff like that, and security guards and rubbish collection and a washing area that's on the top floor. So I prefer apartments. That's just me, because then you're actually renting in a small community, in a small subdivision or a small area in Davao. Yeah, it could be in a small barangay, or it could be over Ecoland Way, or it could be downtown, or it could be over Langan Way, or it could be up near Buhangin, or it could be out near Kapitian or Taril or Sasa or Pampanga. These are all areas that do have apartments in little blocks, so you can rent from a single room, which is around 3,000 to 4,000 for a very basic room in an apartment. So I'm going to cover that on a later date, because that's quite technical what I needed to explain on that. But today it's going to be about condos. Now, and I use two areas for condo rental. One is La Muda and the other one is Marketplace. All you guys can actually get access to that, and you can see what I'm talking about. La Muda, the reason I use La Muda is you can actually go onto their area block and click different areas like Leyte and Samar or Manila or Ilocos or Visay and Cebu, and I do Davao do Sur and I do Davao City when I go into that little block. Now today I'm looking at condo rental from 12,000 peso to 25,000 peso. Now the two premium areas in Davao at the moment that have a massive amount of rentals in the condos is what's it called? North Point or JP L'Oreal, Carmelet development, and that's North Point, and the other one is Demosa development, which is Sea Winds out at Sasa, and you can look at furnished or unfurnished, but in the price you need to make sure you check when you're going to the agent, or you're going to La Muda, or you're going to the owner, because they're the three ways you can rent here. Sometimes they turn around and say please contact the agent, and the agent will be renting it. Now the agent isn't going to pick up the condo fees, it's not going to pick up the maintenance fees, so they may be additional, and I can't find this out because people aren't actually telling me whether the management fees are included in the rental. Yeah, the rental fee is furnished at 25,000, but are there management or condo fees on top of that? Yeah, I can't find that one out at the moment, and the only way I'll find it out will be signing a contract for 12 months and then finding out whether the owner turns around and then adds on, says to you, oh, you got the condo fees, you got the security fees, you got the groundsman fees. I can't get to the bottom of that one. So let's assume that the 25,000 does not include the management fees for the condominium. It's just the owner's fees that he's renting to pay his mortgage on the apartment. Yeah, and if we assume that there are an extra 5,000 pesos a month management fees per condominium at 25,000. Okay, now if you rent at 20, you're still going to have that 5,000 management fee. If you rent at 15,000 in a condominium and it's got management fees, you're still going to have that assumption of 5,000 a month. You're still going to pay it. Doesn't matter how big your unit is, doesn't matter where it sits, they will still be charged 5,000 peso up to 25,000, because 25,000 has a footprint, and it's the footprint, the square meters, that picks up that management fee. So if you go above 25,000, which is 35 square meters to 40 square meters, if you go to 55 to 70 square meters, your management fee will go up because it's priced per meterage. The fixed rate is there per meter. It's your meter gets bigger and bigger, so the management fee gets bigger and bigger. So I'm going to attach some pictures and you can actually have a look at that. Some are unfurnished, some are furnished, but the majority of them are from Carmelite on JP L'Oreal from North Point, and the other one is from Sea Winds down at Sasa. Label up the ones that are not from those two areas at the moment, but there is a big increase in people renting those apartments, and I believe that's down to the fact that inflation has gone up, the mortgages and the return on their payment on their investment has gone up by the banks. The banks have increased their charges, which means people need to start renting. They can't leave them to grow exponentially. They have to turn around and get those apartments making money, so their people aren't losing money. Now, somebody I knew at Christmas was asked to vacate his condominium, and he was paying 35,000 pesos a month. Okay, but he was asked to vacate because the Japanese owners, or the people that owned the condominium, were coming back to Japan for Christmas and the New Year, and they wanted to stay in their apartment. So they're things that you have to take in consideration. You might be in a condominium, but if there are clauses in the contract that the owners can ask you to vacate and move somewhere else, you have to vacate and move somewhere else while the owners take precedent, which means you've got to take all your stuff out. You've got to take all that stuff that you've got, your personal stuff, out. But that's why I prefer apartments, really. But anyway, not to worry. So there are some, they're going to attach the pictures, you're going to have a look at that. If you're going to turn around and get a condo, make sure you get it in a good position in the city. There are lots of condominiums being built. There's Paragon, which is down near Bancarohan Market. There is the global Davao village, I think they call it. Global. It's up on MacArthur. It's a brand new condominium development. It's huge. It's very, very good. It's called the Global, but it's there. You've got Aeon Towers that I've mentioned before. You've got Magdalena down at Boynton Street. or Bolton Street. You've got Verdon Park over at Ecoland. You've got Citygate up at Milan, which is up on the top ring road, Diversion Road. You've got One Lakeshore Drive. Notice this week that the windows have gone in now. After 3.5 years, the windows have gone in. The lanes, which is further around near SM Langen, they've nearly completed. They started after the Lakeshore Drive, but they're up to nearly 6 condominium developments now that are going to be there. If you go out towards Osweiler Cove, you've got what they call Billionaires Row, which is the new condominium development at Osweiler Cove. It's the richest condominium development. There is nothing there for rental, okay? Nothing for rental. Everybody is moving to that part because it is a it's got great views. You can get to Samuel Island quickly, but the road network is going to be a little bit messy for a few years while they finish off the new coastal road. As I said, you can move out towards Sasa and Papunga down at Seawinds, but you've got all these. North Point, as I said, is down near Abriza. They've got some new condos being built down there that are part of Abriza 1, Abriza 2, Abriza 3, Abriza 4, Abriza 5 and Abriza 6. They're all the condominium units that are down there near the Cedar Hotel. Rental in those areas is 28,000 for a 1-bedroom up. It doesn't seem to come down below that because it's very, very central, right next to a mall. But it's on a busy road, really, a busy road. So have a look at that. I will do another vlog on apartments and rentals of apartments in Davao, and I'll do that one. But today it's about condominiums that you can rent from 12,000 to 25,000 peso per calendar month. Okay. Now you have to turn around and have 1 month rent up front and 2 months deposit, and read the contract. A lot of people want a year contract. They're not happy doing a 6-month contract. They want a 1-year contract. So you need to check the paperwork that it is a long-term contract. Some places, some people have done vlogs where they've tried to get out of these contracts and they don't get their deposit back. I got no evidence of that happening. I think what actually happens is if you give your notice that you're actually vacating the condominium, you turn around and vacate, you've already got 2 months deposit, you don't pay rent for 2 months, you just work your 2 months notice. That gives the owner the time to advertise and get somebody into the condominium. That gives them the chance to check that there's no damage and there's no issues. Now when you're renting, you rent that area, you've got that wear and tear that happens. In your contract you will find that there is a service agreement that it's your responsibility to turn around and service the AC unit once a year. Get it taken out, turn around, get it cleaned, get it washed out, get it tied. And what they'll do is, if you're on the 10th floor, they won't go up the outside of the building, they come to your apartment, they come in, they take it out on the wall, put it on a trolley, go down, hose it down in the car park, give it a clean, bring it back, dry it all out, put it back in the hole in the work, check it. But that's your cost to turn around and clean that and get that clean and tidy. It's about 600 peso once a year to get that done, and that gives your benefit. You also have to turn around and make sure that the management service contract do your fire suppression system and your fire extinguishers. They check them and they turn around and they get them licensed and they get them signed off that they've been serviced and they're working. You need to make sure that happens. Your internet provider is your responsibility because it's in your name. So you will turn around and go to PLDT, or you'll go to Globe, or you'll go to Dito, and you'll get fibre into the apartment. But from the apartment out on the main road, it will just be normal cable. It won't be fibre. So fibre will run inside the unit. So if they turn around and say they've got fibre, it is fibre, some of it, but a lot of it is down to cable. The cable comes in and then fibre is used inside. If you want a monthly contract, you can get anything from 1,299 pesos a month. I pay 2,999 pesos a month because I got my YouTube channel, plus I've also got Annie online learning, so we do that. Internet speed, variable. There are different styles of condos here, so you can get, you know, under 10, under 12 stories, or you can get up to 20 stories. You can get taller ones. You can get corner blocks, studio blocks, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, split bedroom, which means you've got a living area down here, then you've got like a mezzanine deck with your room above it. You can get the penthouse, you can get suites, and you can find all those online, and you can turn around and make inquiries, go along. You need to make sure you give 1 or 2 days notice to the person so that they can arrange to get the keys and get into those places. Some of the properties that I've actually seen, when you go up, all the furniture is covered in plastic and covered in a sheet, so don't get any dust on it, don't get any wear and tear on it. The curtains are all drawn, so there's no sunlight damage. Some come with balconies, others come with no balcony. I've got a balcony here, but on some condominiums I've looked at, you just get a window, you get nothing coming out. So it does become a bit messy. You need to do your homework.